Hey, what's up guys, it's PokeGoWalking, back with another video, coming from a cold front, and it's about 12 degrees with some rain in South Africa, Cape Town, from the southern suburbs. I hope y'all are doing good. I thought today would be a video. I'll be a bit different compared to my normal, which is Dead by Daylight, yeah, like game type of games, you know. So yeah, I thought today, obviously, a guess to what I'm talking about is, yeah, so Pokemon and Pokemon and Pokemon and obviously, last but not least, Pokemon. Yeah, so you obviously have a hint that I'm a big Pokemon Go fan, and Pokemon fan in general. Yeah, so today's video is, hey, why not Pokemon Go? So obviously, I probably don't have to explain much about what it is, because just look around you wherever you're going. If people are looking down at their phones all day long, yeah, they're playing Pokemon Go. You have it. Yeah, but yeah, literally, it's one of my favorite games that I've been playing since 2016, and it is turned 8 this year, which is, yeah, that's quite an age for Pokemon Go. I mean, it came out mid 2016, and now it's like mid 2024, so 8 whole years of playing Pokemon Go. It's pretty hectic, like, sure dude. Yeah, talking to a camera is pretty terrifying for me, but hey, gotten out of my comfort zone. I've made a couple of videos like this where I have my Red Dragon webcam on when I'm like playing Call of Duty or whatever game it is. But yeah, nah, one's just gotta like keep practicing, you know. One's just gotta keep practicing. But yeah, I thought today's video will hop into what Pokemon Go is. Because, like, sure, there are stacks of players around the world that play Pokemon Go. And, you know, why not actually start making some videos where I just explain to not us pros that have been playing for like years, but for people that might have just gotten into the game recently. I have a few friends that have like just started playing, and you know, knowing the loops around this game can be very confusing at times. So why not just get into a video where I talk about how the game works? So I think the very start of Pokemon Go is like, what is it? Well, okay, so as I just said now, for you pro players that are out there, and like a lot of pro players out there, this video is not for you guys. This video is basically for the brand new Pokemon Go players that have just started a month ago and want to know, you know, what is the game? How do you play it? What do I need to know? All of that stuff. So, pro players out there, yeah, you already know this stuff. You know this stuff. You know this stuff. So, let's get into it. Well, at the beginning of Pokemon Go, you just downloaded the game today. The first thing that pops into your head is, what is it? What is it, man? What can you tell me about it? Well, Pokemon Go is a game that came out in 2016. Developed by Niantic, and it's basically an AR simulated game where you catch Pokemon in the real world, and you can take photos of the Pokemon you catch. I don't know how it works on today's phones nowadays, because yeah, my phone has disabled the option where you can actually take a picture of your Pokemon in real life, because maybe my model phone isn't supported anymore. But basically, you just catch Pokemon, you can take screenshots of your Pokemon, You can even walk your buddy, which you put as a buddy in Pokemon Go. Yeah, so Pokemon Go is like an AR game where you just go out in the real world and catch Pokemon. Stand on your phone all day, catch, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that is what Pokemon Go is. Okay, so we pretty much just touched on what the game is. Everyone should know what it is now. I mean, it's been out for 8 years. It's crazy. I myself am a 8-year-old player now because I've been playing since it came out. For South Africa's release date, it came out around September, October 2016. If I'm correct, I might be wrong. For overseas, it was about, I think, June? I think it was supposed to come out in July, but then it got extended to like August, September, somewhere around there. So I started playing Pokemon Go on the 30th of October 2016. Very fond memories of the game. I can't believe I'm an OG player. I've been playing since it came out. It's crazy that the game turns 8 years. So it's pretty emotional for some players now. The OGs who started back in 2016. Fun memories. I remember when I first started playing, my friends are like, yo dude, we gotta get this game. It's like, it's just come out. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, it was really good memories. So many fun memories. I remember like the very first time I played it, I was like, wow, I'm making an account. I'm level 1. Which Pokemon do I start with? Because you had a choice of either catching Squirtle, or Charmander, or Pikachu as your start. No, was it? Yeah, it was Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Pikachu. So, it was quite cool. I think my very first one was Charmander. And, yeah, then I just started playing. Yeah, no, they were fun days. Like, the OOG times, bro. And especially when the Pokemon you had to find in the actual wild. There were no Pokestops back then. There were no gyms. There were none of that. None of what we have now, which makes finding Pokemon very easy. It was like literally in the wild. And that's... yeah. Then, compared to now, it's really evolved. The game has evolved so much. It's, yeah, very fun memories. Yeah. But man, it's just gotten way better. And, yeah, as a player that's almost level 43 in maybe a couple of weeks' time, it's been a journey. And now they have level 50, and level 60 is in the works. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. But, hey, Niantic has really brought a community together, and that is literally amazing. I think it's amazing that you can make this type of game where you bring not just like, you know, income and stuff to the developers, but you bring a community together and you bring Poke YouTubers and streamers and all types of people together, man. It's amazing. That's my joy of loving this game. And you get all types of people that play different modes of this game. Whether you are big into raiding Pokemon, whether you big into PvP. I know a lot of people in the community that I've got play PvP. And then you've got just shiny hunting for the shiny mons. And then you have your shadow collectors. And then you have your hundo collectors, shundo, shlundo, nundo. It's like, it's amazing how many different type of categories there are for this game. And it's just, it's amazing, literally. Alright, so let's get into your basics. So, you've opened up Pokemon Go, and you check in on your screen. Now obviously, let's have a look here. So, you just got Pokemon Go installed right now, and you're thinking, Matt, what items do I start with? What's all this items here on my screen? Well, if we look here, you start off with having a couple of potions, Pokeballs. That's what you start off with. I don't think you start off with potions yet, but yeah, when you like level 1 to 5, you only have like Pokeballs, maybe some raspberries, maybe nano berries. Yeah. So you have all these items. Okay, so what are items for? Well, obviously, like most of your random local games you always have like some type of special thing that, you collect to maybe power up stuff or whatnot. Well, in Pokemon Go, you basically have your items for your actual items, and then you have your Pokemon storage space for Pokemon, of course, because you have a collection. That's what this game's about. You collect and trade and collect. So, in our items here, we have got Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls, Master Balls, like for special research. Us pro players know. Then you have your berries. You got your raspberries, nano berries, pineapple berries, golden raspberries, silver pineapple berries. Yeah, you have like your 5 main types of berries. Then you have gifts. Gifts was a special type of how do I put this? It was like a special type of mode that came out a while back. It's made life so much easier to get items instead of just having to spin like non-stop with trying to drive around and find a gym. And then you have your stickers, postcard book, and then there's a section where it's called trainer boosts. So you have your incenses, mystery bots, daily incense. That's what came out, was it a year or 2 ago? Where it's like another type of incense, but you get that one every day for free. That lasts about 15-30 minutes. It's quite handy. Star pieces, lucky eggs. And then you have your other items like your rare candy, shadow shards, purified gems, puffins, incubators. Yeah. There is literally so much to explain in this video, but yeah, step by step, I'm here just so I can help explain what everything is. Okay, so I don't think there's anyone really that has no idea what the heck Pokemon Go is, but hey, we are getting new players, I'm sure, every day at least. So I hope this video is helpful and useful. So let's talk about our Pokeballs. So you've got your, obviously if you grew up in the 90s and watched the Pokemon series, you'll know that Ash Ketchum always has a red and white ball that he throws to like get the Pokemon. So that's your Pokeball. That's your very first type of ball you use to catch Pokemon in. Then you have your Great Ball. It's like your second strongest type of ball. Wait, what am I saying? Second strongest. Your strongest type of ball that catches like really hard CP Pokemon is your Ultra Balls. They are like your yellow and black looking balls, and they catch like your legendaries, your mythical, sorry, voice crack. And then you have your Great Balls, that are also stronger, your second strongest type. And then Pokeballs is like what you start on, but it catches your easiest CP Pokemon. And then recently they had like, I think there was a paid research, and then there was like a free Master Ball research, but then they released a second free Master Ball research. Now Master Ball is your special ball. It's a very special purple ball that basically you should never use unless you have to. So in this case, you raid your favorite legendary beast, Mega Rayquaza, Mega Tyranitar, Mewtwo, Kyogre. There's like stats of legendary beasts out there and whatnot. But let's say, for instance, you happen to catch 100% Mewtwo. Now, the 100% are always pretty tough to catch. So you will use a couple of your balls that they give you, your premium balls. But the problem is, damn, this is 100%. Will I be able to catch this? If you think you can't really catch it by the last ball, then a Master Ball will help you a lot. Now, I can't exactly... I'm not too clued up yet about how you can actually use Master Balls. If you can use it if you do an actual raid, I'm not too sure, but yeah, just remember that if you catch 100% of something and you just are struggling to catch it, this is where Master Ball comes in very handy. So yeah, definitely good to research about that. Then you have your potions. I'm sure potions should be easy enough to like understand what you use them for. Hyper potions, you basically just use them for healing up Pokemon here. So as you can see, I've got a Hundo Obstagoon that really needs to get healed up. Hundo Machamp that I purified. You know who you are. If you're a Hundo collector, then you will purify your best Shadowmon. If you're a Shadowmon collector, you will not want to purify. So that's what a Hyper Potion does. Your revives, they're like a diamond, yellow shaped. Basically what the word says, revive. You just revive. So here's I'm sadly a culprit of having all these Pokemon unhealed. I know, shame on me. Shame on me, all these Pokemon. It's kind of sad, but you know, I do raid a lot, so it's gonna take a while to heal a little more. So here we're just healing my best Pokemon. I actually got stats here. Couple of Hundos there. Then we just heal these. Oh, yeah. Revives are quite hard to get, so I need to start opening more gifts. Then berries, obviously you just use your berries for, you feed them to your buddy, feed them to your Pokemon gyms if you're a gym defender. Yeah. So raspberries and nano berries are quite simple. You just put them into using them for your buddy to get hearts every day. And you just dump them in gyms if you're defending. Simple as enough. Pino berries, these are quite nice to collect because when you're catching a Pokemon in the wild, Pino berries will just give you extra candy. If there's a particular Pokemon you really want to like power up and make stronger, Pino berries are the go-to. Silver Pino berries as well, they're also quite rare. They also give you like, I think, ×2 or something for candies. Golden raspberries. These are rarely useful berries to have because they basically help make catching a raid boss way easier. So I definitely recommend using golden ras. I'm definitely stocking up on golden ras if you raid a lot. Lately, since Mega Raid came to raids last Saturday, it was a hectic day. A lot of golden ras were used because, you know, you gotta get them candies for Mega Raid because Mega Raid doesn't come often. It comes like once a year. Yeah. Gifts are obviously simple. You basically, when you make new friends in Pokemon Go, you just send gifts every day, and then you can get items, and maybe even special items uh, like your evolution items. Sometimes you get that from it. Yeah. So that is your berries and your Pokeballs explained. What's not too hard? Stickers you just send with gifts. Pretty straightforward. Postcard book. Every time you get a gift from a friend, you can just save their Pokestop if you've never been there before. So like, I always mostly save people's gifts if they're overseas because I live here in South Africa, so it's like I've been here for like 17, 18 plus years. It's crazy. I don't really need to save any other type of stickers that are from here because yeah, I've lived here most of my life. Uh, then we go on to incenses. So you have your normal incenses, and then you have your daily adventure incense. Now these incenses are kind of special because basically when you're out in the wild and you want to maybe catch a lot of Pokemon, depending on what the event is, you can drop an incense, and these will last about 30 minutes in general. But on events like GoFest and whatnot, they can last an hour. So it's pretty cool. Incenses are really nice to have. Daily adventure. This was recently put in the game about. Was it last year or the previous year? Yeah, it came out fairly recently, about a year or two ago. So unlike the normal incense, this incense basically also tracks Pokemon, and then you can use this for free every day. And as I said earlier, it lasts about 15 to 30 minutes. I think the normal amount is like 15 minutes. So you get your free incense every day. Yeah. Lucky eggs. These are nice eggs to have if you want to try have some luck. I never understand why it's called lucky egg because I don't know. I suppose it kind of just might give some luck if you are trying to get that shiny from a raid or whatever. Star Piece. These give you a bit of extra XP when it comes to like Stardust events and whatnot. They also last for about 30 minutes or so. Okay, that's all of that is pretty much done. The mystery box. This is quite special because, okay, so mostly in South Africa we don't have Pokemon Home, so that kind of sucks. So, so basically, this mystery box you can get from a friend. You transfer a Pokemon to a friend if that friend has got a Nintendo and Pokemon Home, and then they basically will give you a free mystery box, and then you can open that whenever you want, and it will spawn Melton, and that's pretty good. Melton is a really really rare Pokemon, so I suggest trying to meet up with a friend if they have a Nintendo and Pokemon Home to get your free Meltons and stock up on that candy on special events. Okay, moving on to other items. So you have your rare candy, Shadow Shard, Purified Gem, Puffin, Egg Incubator, and Super Incubator. Alright, so your rare candies, these are very, like, rare items you get as well. They only will drop from raiding, so I recommend if there's a certain Pokemon that you are after with raids for candy, whether it's Tyranitar, Mewtwo, I don't know why I keep saying that. I mean, Mewtwo is like my favorite legendary Pokemon in the game. So whenever Mewtwo comes around in raids, which is maybe once or twice a year, then I like to hit those raids and get XL candies because that man's they're expensive to pile up and max out. Oh, excuse me. Cool. So rare candy. This is what you use to get candies for your best Pokemon. Cool. And then Shadow Shard and Purified Gem. So these items were introduced, I think it was it last year? It was either last year or 2022. But I think, yeah, it could have even been 2022. I don't actually know. So these items are fairly new because, well, besides your normal raids and legendary raids, shadows came to the game like a year or two ago, and they're quite big because now they also have shadow raids where you have 1 star, 3 star, 5 star, and these purified gems will help you to calm the Pokemon boss down quite a bit. So it's good to grind shadow grunts. Purified gems will form once you have 4 shadow shards. So 4 shadow shards of these funny looking rocks. You'll form 4 of them to make 1. See, shadow shard, a mysterious shard that emanates shadowy energy. Collect 4 to combine them into a larger gem using the shard refiner. So when you get 4 of these shadow shards, you form 1 purified gem, and you can earn about up to 10. So that's like quite a bit of grinding to do. But if you do 5-star shadow raids, like recently, our last shadow legendary last month was Shadow Raikou, and the month before that was Shadow Suicune, and then the month before that was Shadow Entei. So lately, all the legendary Pokemon have come back to raids, but now as shadow forms. So yeah, we can get into shadow very soon. We like almost half an hour into this vid, so that's good. Puffins are also kind of, well, they're not rare. They're like, you get them from special research. Puffins basically are like your candies that you feed your buddies, but they will give you double the amount of hearts that you won't get normally from feeding a couple of berries. So they are pretty good to put on your buddy when you're walking your buddy. Incubators are also fairly simple to know because you basically just use them to hatch eggs that you get from spinning stops or hatching from a friend. Yeah. Eggs are obviously, Pokemon love to hatch from eggs, so I forgot to mention. So if you're also a big fan of hatching eggs and trying your luck with getting a shiny out of that, then you will get 2k eggs, 2k, 5k, 10k, and recently 12k is a thing, but also 7ks. So you have 5 different type of kilometer eggs you walk to get Pokemon. So 2k is the easiest because you just walk 2ks. Then you walk 5ks to hatch 5ks. Walk 7ks to hatch 7k eggs that you mostly get from gifts from friends. 7k eggs you don't get normally. 2ks, 5ks, and 10ks you get from spinning stops or gyms. 7k eggs you get from receiving gifts and opening gifts from friends. And then 12k eggs you get from a rocket boss. So that's Leader Cliff, Leader Sierra, Leader Arlo, and on the special research, Leader Giovanni. The rocket bosses, you get 12k eggs if you haven't filled up your inventory of other Ks. Moving on, you obviously get these things called passes. So in my inventory right now, I haven't got any free remote passes to raid. So this is a ticket. This one is the GoFest ticket. This ticket will automatically activate to give you access to special research for Pokemon GoFest 2024. Woo! Global starting July 13th at 10 a.m. wherever you are. Cool. So obviously in my passes right now, I haven't got the actual raid passes that you use to raid your favorite Pokemon in bosses. This other ticket's just Whispers in the Woods. This research is quite rare because, yeah, you can get a shiny Celebi from completing this, and this you have forever, so you don't have to rush into it. Let's go battle league time research. I'm honestly not a PvP fan, so I don't really care, but hey, it's a free ticket, so I'll take it. And then this is the 8th anniversary event. I got a lot of Meltons from that, but no shiny, sadly. Oh. And then we have lures. Now, lures are... Yeah, so a lure is like this type of device that you put on a Pokestop and it will attract more Pokemon for other players. So you have your normal lure model, then you have your glacial lure model, mossy lure model, magnetic lure model, and rainy lure model. So your purple normal lure model, that just attracts Pokemon of all types. The glacial lure model will attract ice type to it. So your ice type Pokemon, which are Swinub, Snorunt. I don't think Snovel is... I don't think is Snover ice. I think he is. Yeah. There's a Lapras, all your ice type. Ice type are quite rare to get in South Africa because, hey, we haven't really got a cold climate, so yeah, we can't really get much ice. Unless you put a glacial model on, then you can. Mossy lure model, this attracts grass type. So Leafeon, Venusaur, Ivysaur, Bulbasaur, Tropius, like those are all your good grass type. So it's handy to use if you're looking for those grass type Pokemon. Magnetic lure model, that will obviously attract your magnet type Pokemon. So, damn, I'm not that big into magnetic Pokemon, so I think that would be like, I'm bad with my magnet Pokemon, but it attracts like your magnet Pokemon, which are for electric and that sort of thing. And then your rainy lure model, that attracts your water type. So Vaporeon, darn, I really need to get better into my types, but yeah, you get the picture though. And then obviously your key items here, you have your camera, side guard cube, an item in which side guard cells are gathered. You have 10 side guard cells. I still haven't really gotten big into like researching what exactly side guard cubes are. Like, all I know is that it's quite a new thing from a couple of years back when they introduced routes, and routes are basically like paths that you follow and that you must walk among until you end the actual routes, and then you get these special like green cells, and then you probably can evolve or something. I still am not very clued up with how that works. So you probably have to research if you want to figure out what side guard's about. And then you have your TMs. These are fairly basic to or understand, I would say. You have your fast TMs, charged TMs, elite fast TMs, and elite charged TMs. Okay, so your fast TMs are basically like your fast charge moves that you're teaching your Pokemon to know. So let's say, for example, okay, I'm gonna go ahead here and teach. Let's see. Let's see my Shadow Trapinch. Okay, so he will forget Mud Shot. Now he knows Struggle Bug. So there, one example of how I just fast TM'd a Pokemon's move. Okay, so let's check here. Riolu. No, he's got counter. Machamp. And Fire Plume. Okay, Razor Leaf's quite good. Groudon. Dragon Tail. Yeah. So basically your fast TM is like your fast attack move. So just a picture, you're like teaching your Pokemon how to fight. And then you obviously want to teach certain moves. So let's say, for example, you have Leafeon, that's a grass type. Now obviously you want Leafeon to know good grass moves, for that matter, against like water type and whatnot. Now you obviously not gonna want to teach Leafeon like a fire move, because Leafeon's grass. I mean, that's just my logic, right? Stupid freaking voice track. But yeah, so basically these are what teaches your Pokemon the rare moves. Okay, and charge TMs also like your other type of moves. So your fast TMs like your fast moves that you want to quickly use if you in the Go Battle League or in a raid or whatnot, and you want like a quick attack. Charge attack is more of like a slow attack, but it will still like teach. Okay, so let's see here. Let's try my Shadow Raikou. I don't want Frustration. Frustration cannot be forgotten at this time. That is another topic. So yeah, that's your fast TMs and your charge TMs. Then we go on to Elite Fast TMs and Elite Charge. So these are very rare. Like, sure, you can buy them in the local boxes in the store, like your bundles and whatnot. You can get these from doing PvP, I think at rank 19 apparently. I've been trying quite lately just because I want to grind some of these elite TMs. Because I have a lot of Pokemon that I kind of want to actually, when frustration can be forgotten, when it comes back eventually in another event, I really want to TM away frustration on a lot of my really good Shadow Pokemon that are like mythicals or like legendary. But yeah, they pretty much also really nice to have, and you don't get them a lot, so it's good to just try grind PvP. Evolution items, I think these are fairly like understandable to understand as well. So your Sunstone, King's Rock, your Metal Coats, Dragon Scale upgrade, Sinnoh Stone, Unova Stone. Give me gold coins. Well, basically, these are like your items that you use to get certain Pokemon that you can't naturally evolve. So let's see, for example, Vileplume. Now you want the evolution, I think her name's Bellossom, can't remember, but you basically will use a Sunstone to evolve that Pokemon. Or if you want to get what's that other Pokemon here? Let me check here. I think it was Kingbro or something. Slowbro. Now obviously the evolution of that is... Come on. Okay. Yeah. Man, where's that type? I have it here. I've forgotten its name now, but it's but this is like what you get from using an evolution item. Ah, this one. What? Ah. Wait, let me rename it. Let's see what its name is. Slow King, that's it. So, if you want Slow King really badly, you can't normal evolve it. You have to use the evolution item, which is the that's stone, I think it was. Yeah, you have to use the King's Rock, which is like a crown, to evolve Slowpoke into Slow King. Because you have Slowpoke, Slowbro, and then Slow King. And then the Metal Coat is used to evolve Cypher into... I like how my brain just randomly switches off when I'm trying to remember Pokemon. Because you have Cypher, and then you have Scissor. Yeah, that's it, Scissor. Yeah. Dragon Scale you will use for... If you want Kingdra, you want to evolve Horsey into... Yeah. Dragon Scale. Then the upgrade one you will use to evolve Porygon into the other form of itself. Yeah. Sinnoh Stone can be used for like Lickitung to evolve into that other form. Murkrow into that other form. Unova Stone, same. Gimme gold points. I'm still getting used to understanding what the gimmick coins are, because I think by the time that was released, I took a slight break in Pokemon Go. Because I think it was probably June 2023 or June 2022. That's when I took a slight break from Pokemon Go, and then I got back into it because Pokemon Go always, the Go Fest, they always bring me back to the game. So, yeah. So that is pretty much it that you need to know about the items. It's pretty simple and straightforward. What's also quite unique and nice about this option of items here is that if you see on the top right corner of here, you can see that there's an option where you can choose if you want to have your items all in like vertical down, or if you want your items to all be like small but categorized, so then it's kind of easier to just get to them. So I think I used to play like this, where you just have all your items under each other one by one, but it's actually so much easier if you have it spaced out. So now you have your Pokeballs like this, where it's like all smaller and just so much easier to deal with. And your berries, and your items here, and your rare items, and your tickets, and your models, so forth. So that is all. Already I'm having cracks today. So that is your item bag. Okay, so now we're gonna go to our Pokemon storage. So obviously you can see I've got about 1,250 space for Pokemon, which is quite a lot. But I think that max you can hold of Pokemon is like, I think 4,000? It was in the 4,000s, I remember. Then they keep adding it like every month or something. It's crazy. But yeah, so this is just your Pokemon storage. Yeah, you pretty much get what you use Pokemon storage for. Yeah. So there's nothing much to really explain here, because you just store Pokemon here, and then you keep whatever you after. So whether that's Hundos, or Nundos, or whatnot, self-explanatory. And then this is your eggs. This is your section where you keep your eggs. So right now I've got about you have about 12 eggs you can keep maximum in your storage. So you have about 9 egg space in general, and then they recently added like a bonus storage where you keep 3 extra Pokemon. So bonus storage, maybe I'll say excuse me, eggs you receive from weekly adventure sync, rewards all from Team Go Rocket leader battles will appear here if you already have 9 eggs. So it's like a bonus storage, which is very handy to have. So now you have about 12 eggs in general that you can hatch. But yeah, it's quite nice just to have your main 9 space and then you have 3 extra. Because if you're like a Hectic Shadow freak like me that hunts and does rocket balloons and Pokestops that have shadow grunts on and whatnot, then it's useful to have that space. So currently I've got 4 5k eggs, 4 7k eggs, and 4 12k eggs in my egg space. And let's just check what can you get from these different eggs. Okay, so the 5k pool at the moment is Hisuian, Growlithe, Darumaka, Litwick, Litleo, and in your very hard chances to hatch, but Larvesta. That's pretty much like the 5k pool at the moment. They're all the same. 7k egg pool, in my opinion, it's much more trashier, but you'll get a Alolan Meowth, Alolan Stunfisk, Alolan Geodude, Alolan Sandshrew, Alolan Meowth. Wait a minute. I forgot. Alolan and Galarian. So that must be the Galarian Meowth. Galarian Stunfisk, Galarian Geodude, Alolan Sandshrew, Alolan Meowth, Alolan, what's that Dutch name again? I forgot. Alolan Ponyta, Vulpix, Slowbro. I forget all these Pokemon's names. There's so many Pokemon in the game, it's crazy. And then Zigzagoon, Grimo. And I love the Galarian Darumaka so much. Oh, I mean, with ice, it's so good. But yeah, the 7k pool, in my opinion, is just... I couldn't care less about 7k edge. I only like keeping 7k edge for the potential hatch of the Alolan Darumaka, because he's quite a beast because he's ice, and I don't have that many ice. Grimer's like, meh. Zigzagoon, yeah. Most of them are like, eh. I only care about the Alolan Darumaka. And then our last pool is like 12k's. So in the 12k you get Sandy there, Pawniard. I keep forgetting that bird's name, man. Yeah. Dano, Pancham, Sadament? No, that can't be it. Salandit, that's it. And then Larvitar, and then probably the Galarian or Alolan Stunfisk. But yeah, not the greatest of like Pokemons, but yeah, I'll take it. Yeah. And then here's a rocket balloon, and yeah, I'm probably gonna battle them now. But yeah, so this is part 1 of all you need to know about Pokemon Go. I know there's a lot of info to take in, but hey, as your South African YouTuber, I am trying to bring as much as I can. And, you know, it's good. We can get through anything. Stay tuned for part 2, where we will be talking about rockets, grunts, rocket leaders, rocket balloons, and shadow Pokemon. See you in the next vid.